Hello everybody and welcome back to SAXLINGHAM. So, just like in real life, things have not gone according to plan, and the reason why is because of the weather. So I was hoping to do some harvesting, and well, as you can see, it's certainly not going to be happening anytime soon, unless of course we sleep. So let's just find out when it's going to clear. Okay, so it looks like most of this morning is not going to be suitable, but hopefully after lunch we'll be okay. Although it's not going to be very sunny by the look of it. So let's just see which jobs are available to us. We have got field number 34 and field number 48. Field number 48 actually isn't that big, but it is also a potato field, and that one is also a potato field. So we have no combinable fields to do. Can you believe it? Maybe some more jobs are going to pop up soon. Let's just see exactly what's happening with all these fields. So there's quite a lot actually which are ready to harvest, but it would appear that the owners do not want them harvesting by somebody else. They want to do it themselves. So that makes it a little bit tricky for somebody like me who wants to do a job. Now I probably should have the mod actually which allows you to update the contract list. I didn't think I'd need it, but I probably do need it. I've also just installed the mod which basically removes the GPS lines after I think it's 3 seconds after you've used them. So that should improve the realism. And I'm getting soaked stood here. Absolutely soaked. Our bales are in the field over there, stacked up. But yeah, let's go and stand in this shed. Right, so I think we'll see what's available to us at lunchtime. That's the best thing to do. Here we go, 2 minutes past 12. The rain has stopped. There's blue sky, there's definitely breaks in the sky. And the good news is we've got more jobs which have popped up. So we've got field number 1, which is a combinable crop, field number 47, and that's it. So I think we'll probably do both of those. Bit of a logistical nightmare in a way because they're both miles from here, but if I just accept both the contracts, I'm not going to be using somebody else's machine. We're going to get maximum money here. Yeah, it would take £1,000. So it's a £5,074 contract. Obviously it would be £4,074. That's quite a chunk. So 20%. So yeah, we don't want to be losing that sort of money. Right. So now we have the challenge of getting to the field. Now, I am under the impression that if I attach the header to this combine, it will actually tow it. I've been reading the comments, and it looks like that all I had to do was lower the reel. That's what I've been told. So we'll try it out. Sometimes I've been told things which have proven to be incorrect, but that is quite a specific piece of advice. So I'm going to say that the person who mentioned that is actually correct. So let's go with it. Let's lower that reel. Let's put the wheels down. And let's try and attach to it. So it is funny actually that the reel is not down when you buy the header in the first place. Because it can't be, because I tried to attach to it the moment I bought it. And I couldn't. I will actually put this up though. The chopper. Give ourselves a bit more space. Ooh, that's close. Okay, so yes, it does fit, but no, it's not good for it. If you could take that frame off, then yes, it would work. It would work, I'd like to say perfectly, but it's actually lifting that axle up. Ouch. Well, as I have attached to it, providing we don't have any major issues here getting into the yard, we will keep it like this because it does save time. Saves taking another tractor over there. I think I would be tempted to drive the combine myself. I was going to put it on a worker, but I think no, I'm going to drive it. This can go with a worker, and then we'll follow the worker to the field. So off we go. Now, I don't want to do too many contracts, but I do know that we need quite a bit of money because, well, we actually did just pay off the T8. We've completely paid it off now. No more hire purchase fees for that, which is nice, but we still have some pretty significant payments which are going to be going out for other stuff. And overnight we actually, how do I say this? Yes, spent £120,000 on hire purchase fees. Right, okay, so let's get that taken down to field number 1. I don't know why the fee was so high, but it was. Probably because we had... yeah, I think the mistake I've made actually with the hire purchase is I have set the terms too short. Like, some of them are only a year, some of them are 2 years. I think I should have done at least 5 years. Yeah, that's where I've messed up. But I'll know for next time. Yep, I'll know for next time. So, you live and learn. Anyway, this should be all we need. The lorry and the combine. Let's see if I can catch up with the lorry. I have my doubts, but it's possible. I found the lorry. It's actually not in the best place ever. I think we'll probably get it to go down that track. We'll drive it down that track. Because this is just going to cause a bit of chaos on the roads. Although I won't block the track because I think I need to go there. Hang on, people. Good grief. Let me manoeuvre. So impatient. Yeah, I'm going to go up there with the combine as well. So we'll just put this here. Oh, that's probably not great for the trailer, but yeah, we'll put it there. Should be fine. Right, now, how do I turn this around? Actually, it shouldn't be too difficult as soon as the traffic is gone. Although that may be some time. Come on. Come on. Let's clear the way. Right, floor it. Nice, right. So, let's get this attached. My header has fallen asleep for some reason. And yeah, let's get this harvested. It isn't that big of a field just because of the size of combine that we have. If I was in a small combine, I'd be thinking, oh no, this is going to take the entire episode. But it shouldn't do. It should be far from the entire episode. And actually, if another job crops up after these two, it would be very tempting to get that done as well. So, not actually used this mod yet about the steering assist lines, so let's just see how that goes. I think everything is on. Yep, that's all good. Right, so set that and hopefully that will disappear. And there we go. As you can see, they've... Try that again. There we go. They disappear. So you don't see them all the entire time. Which means it's still not too difficult for me. I can see the lines, but you know, it doesn't really detract from the viewing experience because the field isn't just completely full of lines permanently. And yes, I am chopping because there's no benefit, I don't think, in swathing as we're not taking the bales somebody else's field. Well, the good news is, the sell point is literally just over there. It's really, really close. So if it doesn't all fit in the trailer, no problem at all. I kind of get the feeling it will fit though. That's quite a big trailer. It's 48,000 litres, although it's going to be close either way. But some of it will be ours. That's good. It's always nice when you get a good bonus. Hopefully we do. Now, I wonder if we're going to make it back up to the top without becoming full. I don't know, actually. It's a tough one. I think we probably will get full. This yield doesn't seem particularly high, but it doesn't tell us because it's not our field, so it's showing 0%. I don't know if it's possible to see it. Well, I suppose you have to buy the field data. Yeah, you'd have to buy the field data to see exactly what is going on. But we're not that bothered, are we? I don't think so. But it doesn't feel to be super good. I guess you might get some information if you stand here. No. Okay. Right. Better not feed myself into the combine. You know, I was getting frustrated looking at this combine. It's a really nice looking combine. I like it a lot. But I just feel like it would benefit from either saying Lexion on this big white area, or if they move the class logo to there and put Lexion on the top piece, I think it would look good. Like if they had dark grey writing saying Lexion across the back, it would look a bit less empty. It looks too empty. Yeah, I wouldn't go with the black writing. I think like an onyx black grey would be perfect. Right, 84%. Looks like it will fit then. That's handy. It is an oat field. I think I was indicating through most of it. And when the auger's out, you can see that belt there, look. Love the detailing. I always think that Giants do an absolutely fantastic job at detailing the machines. I could never complain about lack of detail in the machines. I think they're great. Okay, and there we go. Right, so that is field number 1 done. That is the biggest one by far. Field number 47 is pretty small, but some more may crop up. I don't think it's all going to fit, is it? The lorry's on 80%, so it's going to be close. Nah, it's never going to fit. Never. But it's going to be annoying, isn't it? It's going to leave just a small amount in the combine. Yep, there we go. I suppose it's not too small. It's over 4,000 litres. Right, well, I suspect everything which is in the combine will be ours, and maybe some of this will be too. Oh yeah, I did. Oh, better check this. Is that for this contract, or is that for the other contracts? I have booked both, so let me just confirm. Yes, it is for this one. It's good to know. Fabulous. Yes, that would be terrible if I took it to the wrong place. Now, can we get out of here? It looks like there is a bit of a bank. Let me see here. Oh, yeah, it's a bit steep. I probably shouldn't make a habit of doing that. Nah, we'll go in another way. There might be another access down here, so we'll probably try and access the field from the bottom next time. But already, we're at the sell point, so that was a fast journey. Very brief journey. Right, so when I was bringing the bales, I think I should have been going to here. Yep. And this is where we take... actually, let me just double check that. Nope, that is where we take this. Because it does let you take it to the wrong place. It is possible. Doesn't say you're at the wrong place. Here we go. Yeah, I think, let's just see if I'm right. I think at the end of this load, a very small percentage will actually go into our bank account. So let's just watch our bank account. Maybe only £1,000 or so. Wow. Okay, 3,736 plus the environmental scoreboard, so over 4,000, and we've still got almost 5,000 litres of oats left in the combine. So it just goes to show that these harvesting contracts are worth it, but much more so if you have got a big combine. Otherwise, the time it takes probably isn't worth it. And now for the final bit. Okay. And look at that. Over £7,000 again. So actually I can collect the money. 17,688, and we need it because, yeah, as I said, these machines are not cheap. They are costing us a lot of money, but once they're paid off, we're going to be in a good place. We're going to be in a good place anyway, because we do already have loads and loads of bales in storage and loads of grain. So, and we're going to have sugar beets. But this is the biggest problem, funding the beet factory and the land it's going to go on. That is the biggest issue currently. Okay. I think I'll get a worker to take this over to the next field. I will drive the combine. Seemed to work well last time, so yeah, create a job, and there it is. What? How do you get to that field? Oh no, the worker's not going to be able to manage that. Well, it doesn't help that I don't know where the access is, so I don't know where to tell the I don't know where to tell the worker to go to. I think worker. I think if we go to... Crikey, how do you get into there? Well, if you just go to there, that'll be okay. And don't crash into the traffic. Okay, don't move at all. Okay, well, clearly we are not going to get the worker to do that, so Follow Me has been installed. I have just downloaded it, and we're going to use that, hopefully, to get to the field. Now, of course, I have already initiated it, which will probably end up being a mistake, because it's going to probably crash into my header before I'm ready to even fit to it. Let's see how we go. It might be right. Poop. I don't think I put the reel down. Okay, we're following, and we should be able to get there in one piece, hopefully. Biggest problem is I have no... I did say stop. Why are you stopping? Why are you stopping, worker? Well, that seems to be working. Unless it just says it's stopped now when it is literally stopped. Not it's stopped following you. We'll see. I've just downloaded it again for the first time in a while, so I need to remember how it all works, but that seems to be working now. I think, as I was saying, yes, we just need to find out how you actually even get into this field. I wish I could put that header on a different machine, because I don't like how unrealistic this looks. Traffic. Yeah, so I'll see you when we're over there, but as I said, no idea how to get into the field. You know, I'm sort of regretting taking this contract out, because when you can't even find the field, that's not a great sign. Although, maybe this will lead to our field. I think it's probably the most positive thing I've seen so far. Yes, there we go. Right, so it shouldn't be too bad then if we can actually access the field. Let's just get this done as quickly as possible. because this isn't even really a big money maker. Wow. Right, so yeah, I'm not ever going to tow the header again with the combine. I appreciate the help there, and it's technically correct. You can attach the header to the combine, but it doesn't happen without some fairly significant damage. And well, it also doesn't happen without the header falling asleep several times. Although it's probably more extreme than just falling asleep. It's more like it faints. I've got a fainting header. Right. Okay, so here we go, the barley. Yeah, I know it's still following. Let's get this set up. So, I think just get it to park in a good position. That will do nicely. And we'll get this done. Yeah, it's not big. Not a big field. We're probably going to generate very little money out of this, but I suppose any money is some money, but it's cost us a bit of time and fuel just to find the place. But yeah, thank you everybody for the suggestions of Follow Me. It's a very good recommendation. I already knew about Follow Me. I've been using Follow Me for years. Like FS15, I did pretty much everything with Follow Me. In fact, I think I use Follow Me too much. So yeah, it's been nice not to use it so much, but also at the same time, it's been a shame not to use it. It's a seriously good mod, and if you want to download it, it's on ModHub. Do check it out. So what I'm going to do is leave the header here at the very least. I might even leave the combine here because I think probably next episode we're going to have to do another field, because I don't want to get too far into debt before we make a load more money, because we're going to be selling all of our stuff fairly soon, but obviously there's going to be a few months where money is only going to be going out and not coming in. And I don't know, once you've made these the contracts, I don't think you can change. Now, you can only settle early, you can't extend it, you can't like change it from a 12-month period to a 24-month period, for example. Which makes sense, because, you know, it's a contract that we signed. I just made the mistake of making them too short. Nothing wrong with doing the hire purchase, it's just, yeah, I think 2 years or even 1 year, which I did for some of them, was just silly. Should have done 5 years for everything. It would have been way more manageable. Yeah, we would have, in the end, spent more money, everything would have been more expensive, it would have been more manageable. Okay, so, actually, yeah, just whilst the combine is heading back up, let's just check this list. See if there's something we can actually get sorted for next time now. There is, actually, for number 33. It's a wheat field. And it's not, in fact, it's on the way back from here. So, yes, I will accept that, I think, after we've sold, otherwise I might say take this one to the wrong sell point. I'm pretty sure this load is going to the sell point next to the Ford, so, yeah, I can't get it too wrong, but I've just, you know, helped myself a bit. It is all going to fit. It's actually quite a nice field, the way it's tucked back here. It's very private. And that's the majority, but I will get every single bit. There's a bit more behind us. Okay, so we can now get our grand total. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll just come back here next time. I might even get the Gator to come over, or another tractor. I'll probably just get the class tractor to come over next time to tow the header. And actually, we could do 3 machines on follow me. So I would probably be in the combine again. The lorry will follow me, and then the tractor can follow the lorry. Yeah, it works. It does. It works very well. It's a great little setup. To be honest, actually, that looks like a really good profit, a really good yield from this field. It's not a big field, but that looks quite a lot of grain. Yeah, looks like an awful lot of grain. So, the owner of this field got 27,624 litres. That does sound good. But I think we will only do 1 more field before we move on to the next month. And we'll possibly do other contracts too, like baling, but it depends. Because like I said, I don't want to do too many contracts. I want to do a few, but I don't want to just flood this series with contracts. We do want to progress. We want to move through to harvesting of our sugar beet. But that's going to be expensive as well. Just the rental of the beet harvester is going to be pretty high. This should feel familiar. Last year, every single grain of wheat and barley that we sold came to here. Okay, now just need to not crash into the shed. I think I crashed into the shed. And let's see how much of a reward bonus we get for this field. I would probably expect about 2,500, so let's just see. Wow, I was £7 off. 2,507. Wow. Well, that is really good. Okay. So let's just finally book in that last job. We will accept the contract. It's almost, well, it will be over 15,000 with the environmental score award. Sorry, with the bonuses. With the bonuses, it'd be like 16 probably, and then we'll have the environmental score award. So, yeah, that's going to be a nice one to do. The last harvesting contract, most likely, for this year. Because we do need to progress and move on to our beet harvesting. Okay, well, we have 71,700 in the bank. Not bad at all. But yes, we do have some big payments going out. But now we've paid off the tractor, that's going to help a lot, because that was an expensive asset. Okay, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Oh, crikey, my wellies. I've just filled my boots. See you next time. Bye for now.